Hi, everybody, and welcome to week 4. Hope you're doing well. I had a great time reading your discussion board responses to the question. I know that was an odd place to put those questions, but I think it's best. That way I can respond to each of you and kind of get a sense for how you're doing. Although I did not respond to each one of yours because there was a definite pattern that I was seeing come up in the discussion board questions of last week. Now, I'm going to open those up so you can take a look at them and take a look at everybody else's responses. But let me address them. First of all, the first one, how do you calculate the hold percentage? Real simple. That 255,400 divided by 2.9 million equals 0.888. Or if you transfer that to percentage, that's an 8.8 hold. Very simple. A lot of you tried to make it a little bit more difficult than it was. Now, the one that I really got a kick out of was determining which one has most contribution towards EBITDA. EBITDA is an acronym for earnings before interest, taxation, and amortization. Now, if you look in your textbook on page 46, all right, there is a table, all right, and in that table, you look down this side right here, the percentages, it'll tell you which one has the highest percentage. A lot of you said table games. A lot of you said slots. It's actually hotel. You look right there. Let me see if I can find it. Hotel has 24.58% of overall contribution. So it's right there. All right. So take a look at that. It wasn't hard. We weren't trying to trick you up. It's right there. And on the quizzes, as you can tell, they go into some of those, I guess they're challenging for some people, but it's not that hard. It's right there. And those were the two main responses that I got that I wanted to clarify a little bit for you guys, or at least point you in the right direction. If you have any trouble with this, and I've done this already for a couple of you, I've sent you some formulas, which are, again, pretty straightforward. We're talking basic algebra. If you run across any of these at any point, not only in your quizzes, but just you're curious and you want to learn more, reach out to me because I'll respond and hopefully clarify it and hopefully not make it more confusing. Okay, I took a few more notes here. This week, of course, we're going through the same process. I want you to watch the videos and, go into the discussion board, take your quiz, go into the discussion board, and we're going to talk about critical things to the success of a repeater market casino. Now, repeater market, we also called them locals markets. So it's like having a local bar. All the locals, quote unquote, are there, meaning people that go a lot. And they're there all the time. You walk in, you get, Joe sitting at the end of the bar. Same thing in the casino business. You got a repeater market. You got, Mary and Jane that are sitting at their same, slot machine, and they swear it is completely different hold at different times of the day and different visits. They're amazing. But you make a whole lot of money on them, and they have a great time, and they come back again and again and again. They travel in, packs. So what is the critical to the success of a repeater market casino? I'll give you a hint. My wife loves them, and they make a ton of noise. So that should help you out there. Now, let's go to the other piece of this that is really kind of fun. Super Bowl odds. Again, I talked about my wife. My wife works with an orthopedic group that handles the Minnesota Vikings and a couple other professional teams. That's what she does. She also goes and handles the volunteers for the event of the Super Bowl. So we have kind of an invested interest in the NFL and the event of the Super Bowl. So she's going to be out there all week. I'm hopefully getting her to take some shots. But one of the biggest pieces out there and one of the biggest displays or participants at some of these events is sports betting. Now, I've sent you a few emails and announcements already leading up to this, but right now the Rams are favored by 4 points, and they were at 4.5 up until I think yesterday. So that's a different move, and that move. We'll get into why those things move over time later in the semester. And it's a 48.5 over and under. If you don't know what it is, don't worry. We're going to get to it later. It's in your book. You can go take a look. DraftKings has done a fantastic job of advertising and going into new markets that are open. And they have a printable scorecard on there that you can follow along. If you're into this and you really want to learn more, it's fun to print that scorecard out and go from there. Now, let me see if I can pull this up real quick. One thing that I find very interesting is the amount of people that will wager on this particular game. Last year, according to the American Gaming Association, there's an estimated 23.2 million people in the United States that wagered around, get this, $4.3 billion. This is on last year's game, Kansas City versus Tampa Bay. The projection has a record 7.6 million people betting with an online sports book. That was done last year. Now, this year, the Super Bowl is expected to generate the largest single event legal handle in American sports betting history. Okay? Let me state that again. This year's Super Bowl is expected to generate the largest single event legal handle in American sports betting history, largely attributed to open markets for legal gaming, and a lot of people want to try it for the first time. And I'm telling you, I don't know about up in Arkansas right now, but I know in Louisiana, they advertise all the time, and they're uniquely interrupted every so often for programming. It's amazing. That's all you see online, and they're giving away everything. I'm seeing $1,500 bonuses, $500 bonuses for just opening an account with $5. So they are making it enticing for people to get involved with the sports betting. Let me see what else we got on this. 2643. I think that's about it. But if you have any questions, please let me know. You know how to reach me. Have a great week, and and have fun out there. Good luck.